Hi guys, it's the Golden Ninja, Lloyd here, and today we're gonna watch anime. It's some kids stories, what happened in their life and everything. So one thing this is gonna be said because this is Lily's at a school of his from kids. So, but what's the wasting time and that does? Sorry guys, we had a little problem there with the camera and the computer, but let's get into it. Alright, we're starting.
When I started this way, I was the only girl in the entire school who wore hijab, and I was really scared, I was nervous, and I stood out so much. I was afraid that people would question me and look at me weirdly, but they didn't, and everyone seemed to accept me, so I started to feel comfortable. So late in the year, I was sitting in class, minding my own business, while a group of guys across the classroom were playing truth or dare. One of the guys from the group comes up behind me, and they pull my hijab off, and I just froze on the spot, and I was so shocked. So I just took my blazer off and I covered my hair. I wanted to go to the teacher, and as I was walking, the guy and his friends come up to me and they try pulling my blazer off my head, saying, "No, let me see your hair, let me see your hair." And I felt so attacked and I wanted to cry and I was shivering and I said, "Please leave me alone." Luckily, somehow I managed to get away from them, and I went up to the teacher and I told her these guys made a dare to pull my scarf off and I don't know what to do because people saw my hair. And she spoke to me and she said, "It's okay, don't worry, just quickly go to the bathroom and fix it up." So I ran as fast as I could down the stairs, across the passages and whatnot. I went to the bathroom and I was so shaky. I wanted to call my dad. I was freaking out. I eventually calmed down and I fixed my hijab and I made it back to class. All the learners were gone and the guy who pulled my hijab off was standing in class with a teacher, and she was scolding him, yelling at him and shouting at him, and he looked like he was about to cry. And so at the moment I felt, he learned his lesson. So afterwards the boy left and my teacher came up to me and she asked me if I was okay, and I said yes, and she said if anything happens to me again, then I'll let you know.
Sorry, we had some difficult issues, but let's get back into the video.
Sure everyone forgot about that moment.
Now I don't know how to do this one. Let's see.
It was at primary school that I started to wear scarves as I was a Muslim, and every time I used to go to school, everyone used to make fun of me because I'm a Muslim, and you know those terrorist attacks. There was this one time where some girl on this game actually let go of me for being a Muslim. One time a girl actually kicked me because I was a Muslim. I would sometimes go in my room and cry. I had to tell the teacher everyone was being racist to me. But at least I still had some of my friends to support me when I was feeling blue. I always get bullied about me being a Muslim, and I'm gonna be planting some bombs around. But I love being a Muslim. Yes, we have to hide our hair. Yes, we have to hide our skin. But we all are beautiful. Just the same way.
into cameraman. No problem. Tässä on onnistunut be the last one without a react. As I'm Lily busy. Also, we live in China with Mr. V-Man.
Ever since I was 14. Living with depression feels like there's a ticking bomb inside you, counting down the seconds until it finally reaches 0. Then darkness runs all over you, and there's little to no way out. When I was 17, my self-esteem was down. I felt so alone. I just hated myself for having these problems. The fact that I was a junior in high school was already stressful enough, but the fact that the environment at school felt way much better than at home, it was too much for me to carry. My parents are all traditional. Chores had to be done every day. The apartment had to be perfectly clean, and there wasn't one day I wouldn't be put to shame for not doing things right. If I didn't meet my mom and dad's expectation, I would get yelled at. Then senior year came along. I was afraid of turning 18 because I believed my parents would put more expectations on me. I secretly hoped they would forget my birthday. They didn't. After a stressful senior year, I finally reached my goal of graduation, but the struggle didn't end there. I still live with my parents, and the rule applied that as long as I'm under the roof, I still have to follow the rules. I will still get yelled at and be put to shame for not doing things right on the first try. One evening, I felt so alone. I gathered the courage to talk about how I felt to my dad. It was something I was afraid of doing. Talk about my feelings to any of my parents, because I would always end up feeling even worse than when I began. Everything went downhill after I tried to confront both my mom and dad and tell them to please take it easy on me, that their high expectations was too much for me. When everything failed, I began to break down so bad. I felt pain not only mentally and emotionally,
Oh my
but
god.
physically.
Nobody should go through that.
Because I felt so crushed at the fact that my parents would not change their ways of applying pressure on me to be perfect. That
Yeah.
evening, I was brought to a hospital by my therapist. I spent 10 days in the hospital before I got discharged, but I wasn't ready to go back to my parents' house. I had barely begun to value myself, to accept myself, to know I am worth something, and that I have the right to make choices. So I arranged things with my best friend, and currently I am staying there until I am ready to go back to my parents. To gather plenty of armor against the many struggles I will have to face them in the future. My depression is something that makes my life a little challenging, but the thing is, I love challenges. Bring it on.
Oh my god. Nobody should go through those things. But let's end the video here. Bye everybody. Make sure you subscribe and hit that bell. And always stay watching the show. Yeah.